damage you've done to yourself is way beyond anything else that can happen to you from me or any other judge who should be sentencing for this criminal case. You are now a permanently convicted felon. Your family who loves you and supports you, I don't even want to use the word forgive. Forgiveness isn't even necessary. They're with you so much. They're so tight-knit. But you have to live with the fact that you really put them through a ringer. You embarrass your valuable friends in high places, elected public officials, people in the media. You embarrass them. You have to live with that. I don't know if those relationships will be repaired. You become toxic in your own workplace. Your career future is uncertain at very best. It was really on a rocket ship to success, and now you've turned yourself into riches to rags. And it's so unfortunate. Your very name has become an adverb for lying. And I cannot imagine what could be worse than that. Trying to consider who you are as a person, how you got here, how somehow you strayed away from your family values. You let that dark, narcissistic, selfish, and arrogant side come out. And you persisted with it for years on this case. I'm passionately following your future. Sentencing you to 30 months felony probation, and the probation is going to be to this court. You're going to be allowed to travel wherever you want. You do not have to live in the state of Illinois. You can report by phone. I know that you're going to try to make a living and do some of the things you do. You may have to go to other places, New York, Los Angeles. You can do those things. You will pay restitution to the city of Chicago in the amount of $120,106. You are fined $25,000, which is the maximum fine. And you will spend the first 150 days of your sentence in the Cook County Jail. And that will start today, right here, right now. Okay. I am not suicidal. Okay. I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years, and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you, and I respect the jury, but I did not do this, and I am not suicidal. Okay, I am not suicidal. Okay, I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. Not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years, and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you, and I respect the jury, but I did not do this, and I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself, and you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal. Mr. Uche, let me inquire, are there any post-sentencing motions you care to present? The court is adjourned. I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal, and I'm innocent. Mr. Uche, let me inquire, are there any post-sentencing motions you care to present? The court is adjourned. I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal, and I'm innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
Peace, peace, Black family. This Street Watcher TV. I'm Black at you with another video. Fam, you know what to do. Mash up the likes, mash up the likes, mash up the likes. Share the video. If this is your first time coming into my channel, please mash up the likes, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. I need more subscribers, and I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with everybody, and that's what makes us all unique as individuals. We all got our own thought process and our own opinions, and I don't agree with the majority. I don't agree with the majority of people, because most of the time, majority of the people be wrong. Majority of the people be wrong. And those who stand as the minority are doomed or looked at as quacks and crazy because they don't believe what the majority believe. We know, us that's in the knowing that study, we know that Christianity is no good for black people. But we the minority who believe that. There's a lot of people who are duped to believe in Christianity. We know it's insanity. So when the majority sometimes believe in a certain thing, that's a tactic of being up under a trance. These people have been brainwashed, purposely brainwashed. Majority of people who believe in a certain thing or situation with the same thought process as to believe in a particular God, such as Jesus. What I'm hitting around to, y'all, I'm going to get it right on out. I think Jussie Smollett is innocent. A lot of people from the community, you know, I listen to the talk, I ask questions just to get feedback, like if I'm just going to the store, you know, making a small conversation. I do that just to get feedback on purpose. You know, I ask my family members about how they feel just to get a weigh-in, a meter, rating, just to get a rating. You feel what I'm saying? And I come back with this information. I come back with this information that I was getting, the information and opinions from different people about the Jussie Smollett situation. Majority of the people that I talked to, I'm in the hood, I just heard some gunshots. The majority of the people that I spoke to about this particular case, they all believe Jussie Smollett set that up, and what he's going through, he deserves it, and he's crazy. He was crazy when he said before he went to jail, before they put the cuffs on the brother in the courtroom, y'all remember, he said if something happened to him in that jail, he did not do it to himself. He is not suicidal. When he said that, conspiracy started jumping off the wall. When he said that, conspiracy went jumping off the wall. It seemed like my mind just knew what it was. And I am right. He had been sentenced to 150 days in that jail for five felony accounts. 5 felony accounts, and you only get 150 days in jail out of 5 felonies. What did you drop? They had to drop a couple felonies. See, I know about these things. I'm not stupid. When you go to court, I've been telling people this, they don't believe this. I've been in and out. When you catch a case for stealing a bottle of water and you ran out the store and somebody tried to stop you, you ran past them and brushed them, jumped in your vehicle, and you got away. But they got you on camera. They got you on surveillance. Pretty soon they find out who you is, right? The bottle of water, it is a robbery. You know why it's a robbery? Because when you ran out the store, you brushed into an employee who was trying to stop you from leaving. They make that an assault. So you got robbery, theft, assault. Then they add resisting arrest. They add some more stuff in there that had you stacked up. And what they do, this is done purposely. They just put things that are stacked up. This is the American judicial system. If you ain't got a paid lawyer and you don't cop out to certain things they want you to cop out to, they give you the maximum sentence And you may be innocent, all because you did not cop out to a particular, you didn't cop out to a particular crime. So you made the court spend money by not taking a plea. Yes, you got to pay jurors. That court procedure costs money. It shouldn't cost that much money, but that is America. America is a corporation. It's a business. It's not a country, as you think it is. It's not a sovereign country. Only for those that's in power. It only works for those who got money and the ruling class. You feel what I'm saying? So, not the particular money that Jussie Smollett got, not the type of money that Bill Cosby got, but the type of money the reptilians got. I'm talking about the ruling class. They ain't got no money. They don't have any money. They just deal in plastic or got gold. They don't, you ain't never seen Queen Elizabeth with no funds. You ain't gonna never see Rothschild with no dollars. That's for you and us. You feel me? That's for me and you, I'd rather say. That's for us. It's not money. It's not even backed by gold and silver. So, with that being said, when that brother said that he's not suicidal, you got to understand, y'all. I know you're going to call me conspiracy theorist, but when you in Hollywood and you take these oaths to become one of these hierarchy niggas, you know what I'm saying, one of you good niggas that rub shoulders with them white folks, and you make that oath and you violate some type of way, they could stage anything up on you. So I don't believe the two African brothers. I mean, the reason why I didn't believe it, if he was paying them $7,000 to set that up, you know, make America great again, call them a bunch of N-words, throw a substance on him and put a noose on his neck, and you're an upcoming actor, and he only paid them $3,500 to put your life in jeopardy. You're an upcoming actor, you know. I just can't believe that. You're an African immigrant. You trying to get sent back to Nigeria for $3,500? This is what Jussie Smollett supposedly, allegedly, had paid the two African brothers. I find that not believable, because you're going to split $3,500. It was $3,500. So I'm going to put my life in jeopardy of going to jail. It was only, they split $3,500. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. You an upcoming actor. You put yourself in that. See, things don't add up. I look at stuff, man. You know, I'm not saying I'm a genius, or I just look at the facts. Who will put their life on the line for $3,500 when you already an upcoming actor? Why would you throw it away like that? And what happened to their jail time? No one's talking about their jail time. If they allegedly did this, they deserve some type of punishment too, even though they testified. So, like I say, man, the fucking judicial system weird. There's been people who have committed crimes with other people, and they pull them away and let them testify, but they still go to jail. These guys get no jail time? Come on, man. Dig. You know, when you get to the jail, there's another thing that I know it's a conspiracy. When you get to the jail, they ask you different various of questions. You know, do you got this type of medical condition? Date of birth. They want to, even though they got all that stuff right there, they want to ask you again all that. How much you weigh? You know, who you want for emergency contact in case something happened at the jail where you get ill. You put down and you give them a phone number on the emergency contact side, right? This brother, Jussie Smollett, I don't know which officer he gave, whether it be female or male, black, white, whatever, he gave that number, emergency number, to the deputy staff at the jail. Why did somebody call that number and threaten, while your brother in here, we're going to stick a broomstick up his ass? I'm serious. You could Google this shit and get on Google and look up Jussie Smollett has been moved to a psych ward. You feel what I'm saying? See, when you go to a psych ward, they try to sometimes slip medication in on you. We don't know what's going to happen to this brother. You got to understand, this is the city of Chicago where they killed black people back in the day. The judicial system, the jail systems, the police. This city, Chicago, killed Fred Hampton Jr. Did you look at Judas and the Messiah? A Messiah, the Judas and the Messiah? Fred Hampton was a Black Panther. William O'Neill set him up. William O'Neill conspired against the Black Panthers. The police department made him infiltrate the Black Panthers. True story. Chicago. You can Google this story, how Fred Hampton was killed by an informant that was made to infiltrate the Black Panthers. What he did is Fred Hampton, William O'Neill, and Fred Hampton's wife, or girlfriend, well, rather, I don't know, but she had his baby. She was pregnant at the time. They all in this particular apartment in Chicago. Fam, I'm going to make this short. We're going to go back off into this Jussie thing. I'm just making an example. Anyway, the sister, brother, and all them went in there in the apartment. They fixed something to eat. William O'Neill slipped something in the beverage of Fred Hampton Jr. Fred Hampton goes to sleep. Fred Hampton goes to sleep, drugged up by William O'Neill. And William O'Neill made a call, a signal, out to the police who were outside the apartment. As soon as he gave that signal, they came in and shot that man in his sleep. So I don't want to hear about people talking about conspiracy theory. These motherfucking Neanderthals conspire on black people 24/7. How the fuck you think we in this position today? And you, motherfucking Mitch McConnell told motherfuckers in our motherfucking face on TV, he told these other black people, I don't know who they were, but they were some people, important black people, who were stepping to the government about reparations. Mitch McConnell said, gave you a black president. You know how that chump looked. Gave you a black president. Gave us a black president You had the audacity to say some bullshit like that. People that lived 200 years ago, they lived back in the day. We're not responsible for slavery. We don't have to pay you people reparations, nigga. That's what he told us. Then you should have said, came back. The niggas didn't even come back. If I was up there talking to that punk, that old racist bitch McConnell, I'd have said, dig this, man. You think I'm stupid. I believe in generational wealth. I just ain't got it like you got it. So you mean to tell me all that money that was made from slavery, nobody benefits to this day? I know better. I did my research. I know better. A lot of these insurance companies, these motherfucking banks, yeah, they participated in the slave trade. You know how they participated? A motherfucker take out insurance on his slaves. And you could also, Chase Bank used to take brothers and sisters as collateral to give the slave master a loan. And if your ass don't pay, they would come and get brothers and sisters and put them at the bottom of Chase Bank. Chase Bank had holding tanks, cells. You don't believe me, do you? Check it out. Think I'm a conspiracy theorist, you know. Anyway, Fred Hampton was shot in his sleep, so I don't want to hear people talking about, oh man, you talk about that conspiracy shit. We don't know if this shit real or not. All this brother said he been innocent. He said he could have been pleaded guilty. So they probably came at him with a deal, you know what I'm saying, and he didn't take it, so this is his punishment. 150 days in jail, 30 months probation. See, that's enough to fuck with you. 30 months probation, 5 felony counts, and you only get 150 days in jail. 5 felony counts. That's crazy. 30 months, he got to pay $120,000 in restitution, $25,000 fine just for being convicted. You know, I guess it's a law in Chicago. They fine you $25,000 for being convicted of a felony. Ain't that a bitch? Crime pay. Crime pay. They pay these capitalists, beats. They make money off this shit. This is big money. This is the new slave plantation. You feel me? Jail cells or the motherfucking plantation. Prison cells or the fucking plantation. Then they moved his brother to the psych ward, y'all. They threatened his family members with the emergency contact number that he gave the staff. The emergency contact number that he gave to staff. They called one of his siblings and threatened the brother's life. That's where this shit get deep at. $35,000, $3,500. 2 black actors split $3,500 on a hoax, false report. This was a false report. False allegations. Alleged that someone put a noose around Jussie Smollett's neck, threw a substance on him, make America great again, and it was a noose, wasn't it? Put a noose on his neck. I just find it quite odd, man. You know, you got to just use your brain power. You know, that would fuck me up when I found out that the actors only was paid $3,500. If I'm gonna do some shit like that, man, you better give him $3,500 and me $35. What the fuck is you talking about? We putting our life on the line. But $3,500 ain't worth it. During the coronavirus, you taking a chance or going to jail, staging this particular incident, My thing is this. My thing is this. Why would you be walking home that time of night by yourself from the studio? I don't understand that. You know, knowing how dangerous the streets is, you know, motherfucker recognize you famous and shit might run up on your ass or something. You know what I mean? Take you out. So when you famous, you at least gotta have at least an entourage of motherfuckers around you, maybe 2 or 3 people, to make sure motherfuckers don't run up on you. That was just odd to me too. So I got to thinking maybe this is a Illuminati ritual that we're seeing. Then I said, no, it can't be an Illuminati ritual, and he knows about it. And he knows about it. And you get to thinking like maybe you do know about it. Because what did he say? If something happened to me in there, I didn't do it to myself, I'm not suicidal. He gives an emergency number out to the staff, and subsequently somebody called his family members. This shit deep to me. And the lawyers, his lawyers are filing for emergency release while he going through the appeal process. First, they moved this guy to protected custody to the psych ward. See, a lot of people don't understand, even though that you may be separated from other convicts in jails and prisons, the real killers are the officers. The real killers are the officers. They so deep, they could work with the medical department to put COVID-19 from a patient or from an inmate or a convict who had COVID-19 blood work and put it in that nigga's food. This is how low down they are. That medical department and the officers that run jails kill inmates. The nurses back it up. Only thing she got to do is stand outside the door of a particular cell while big race white boys beat niggas down in them cells. And she'll come in and check on them and leave back out. The COs will go back in there and beat a motherfucker down. They done it to me. I know how they get down. They just didn't beat me to a plug real bad like I seen other people. You know, I think the Almighty was with me, you know, to protect me. They did put hands on me, a couple knots and whatnot. Threw me in a motherfucking strip cell. Unit manager dude came around like, hey, he don't deserve to be in there. Y'all get him out of there. They made him get me up out of there. They put me in a regular cell in the hole, but I was still in the hole, but they had me in a strip cell. Jumped on me and threw me in a cell. They do this kind of shit. You know what I mean? So, by me going through what I went through, I could tell bullshit. You got 5 felonies. 5 fucking felonies. They give you 150 days in jail, and they blow your case out of proportion. If you were guilty, how many white women have falsified information in this country saying they've been kidnapped, raped, or whatnot, and it happens not to be true? They get arrested for falsification. Next thing you know, they out on bond. They slap them on the wrist. You don't hear about it no more. This case was dropped. This case was dropped against Jussie Smollett 3 years ago. The prosecutors determined that they would not bring charges against this particular individual. We don't know if Trump behind this, because Trump tweeted after that sister DA refused to bring charges against Jussie Smollett. You feel me? They did not want to bring charges against this dude. They dropped the charges. Just like that Bill Cosby shit, in a sense, where they go and say that this dude can't be criminally charged. This shit is only civil because the prosecution at the time, which was illegal too, we can't charge this nigga, so we gonna get some money out this nigga. That was some bullshit too. That's why Bill Cosby home, you know what I'm saying? Because they do railroad shit, conspiracy shit. Y'all don't believe it. They conspire on black people 24/7. You feel me? You don't know this shit was staged to hook that nigga up. A lot of y'all think Martin Luther King got shot in the chest, died on the balcony. You get a book. I want to say this guy's name. There's a book out. You could Google it. Hold on. I'm going to do it right here. Let me see if I can Google it. William Peppers. That's his name. I don't have to Google it. William Peppers writes in his book, The True Testimony, how King died. How King really died. He was smothered in a hospital by racists. True story. Do the motherfucking research. Malcolm X murder ain't the way you thought it happened. You thought the Nation of Islam did it. But years later, the information come out that the New York City police conspired with the government of America to murder Malcolm X. These people do the most secretly evil conspiracy against black people all the time. Y'all don't believe that though. Most people don't believe that. They're the majority. You know, the majority, like I told you before, the majority always wrong. That's why I stay with the minority. You know, I'm a 5% brothers from the nation of gods and nation of earth, the 5% nation. You know what I'm saying? We don't believe what the 85% believe because they rule by the ruling class, the 10%. You feel me? So, with that being said, y'all, I don't know if this brother's in danger or what. They threatened his life. They threatened him. They blew this out of proportion. You know they blew this case out of proportion. They dropped it 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And then they re-indicted this brother. You know, I talked to a lot of people, fuck him, he gay, he gay, he gay. Listen, I don't care nothing about that. That's a black man first. That's a black man first. And I think we ought to defend him based on the fact that he's a black man, not because he's gay. And no disrespect to the LBGT, wherever it is, LBG, I don't know the letters. No disrespect to y'all, okay? I just don't think that homosexuality has any validity to helping black people. I just don't think homosexuality could be a tool to put our people on top of civilization where we should be. I got nothing against you. I'm just giving you my outlook. The African, I'm going off Pan-African. I'm not an Indian. I'm going on African culture. And I believe I'm an African. I know I'm an African. I may have some Indian blood, but I'm the majority rule is African. My lips is too big to be all Indian. You see what I'm saying? So I'm claiming that I'm African, because they're teaching that the slave trade didn't happen, but I know it did. You can look at some brothers and still see the African strain in our face. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about the deep-rooted African strains, the darker hue, the nose, the lips. You can see these brothers here. Ain't no Indian looking like these brothers. you feel me, are looking like these sisters. So that's asinine to believe Africans wasn't already here in this country. Back to what I was saying. They put this brother in the psych ward, 150 days in jail, 30 months probation. His emergency contact number was violated. They called his siblings and told them that they're going to put a broomstick up dude's rectum. Now, who said that? How did they get that phone number? That's got to be a staff member. See, y'all don't understand the deepness of this deep state shit. This shit is no joke. Y'all don't understand the crookedness and the evil plots of this world against people and the things that they do. Yeah, it's a conspiracy. This is conspiracy here. You know, oh, he gay, man. Fuck him. That's the attitude of black people. I said, man, I don't got nothing to do with that brother's sexual preference. And I would tell him, if he want to come together and join Pan-African, you know, you got to grab a black woman because the name of the game is procreate. That's why Africans have more kids than any other race on the planet. Because that's our job, is to procreate. That's why you got a man in Africa who may have 5 wives. He got to get them all pregnant. This is what Africans do. You know why Africans do this? It don't count over here in America because we don't think we African. Africans have multiple kids. So when their parents become an age, like older, they will take care of their elder mother or father, or elder aunt or whatever, uncle or whatever. That's just African principle. There's no old folks home. They don't put their people in the old folks home. Not all Africans follow suit, but majority of Africans don't put the elders in an old folks home. People mistreat the elders, have sex with them, beat them up. You know what I'm saying? Beat them up. You know, I heard about the cases. It's brutal, the things that I hear, how old people are treated in those facilities. It's a shame. People take advantage of the elder. That's why in Africa, they have multiple kids. Multiple kids. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, you got people coming from America with all kind of medication. They give it to the Africans to stop the Africans from producing. Everybody got a mandate to get the African population down. Everybody got a mandate. When I mean everybody from the Western world hate by 2050 that Africa will be able to outpopulate the whole fucking planet. That's fear of a black planet. This is why you got a pandemic. You feel what I'm saying? You think it's a gimmick, you think it's a conspiracy theory, but they got a plan. I seen them coffins. Y'all seen them coffins that they had on YouTube? All them goddamn coffins. They ain't for nothing. They get ready for the mass goddamn shebang. You see the prices in the stores on shit, the gas. Boy, these people is up to some shit. Us as a people, we don't come together and get our money right and start buying a particular shit so we can live off the grid like Doomsday. Y'all remember Doomsday? I watched that a couple of times. But that's what it is. We living in Doomsday, nigga. So listen, they trying to kill this brother, man. I don't know what he did or who he pissed off, but Jussie Smollett is in trouble. And I fear that he may be innocent. I think he may be innocent. Because who does this for $3,500? How the fuck you gonna split $3,500? You cool with that? You an actor? You feel me? You cool with that? Putting your life on the line? What if you was a real motherfucker, got caught, and didn't tell on Smollett? You know what I'm saying? If you would have kept it gutter, you think you'd have been in jail? You snitch. You snitch. Not only did you snitch, you lied with the snitch. You lied with your snitch. The two African brothers. Like I told y'all before, everybody is not black because they black. Some black people are white to the fucking core. And I'm not being funny. I'm not capping. I know what slavery did to our people. When you talk about slavery, people's eyes roll back in their fucking head. As if I'm trying to make an excuse for why some people might be in the condition that they are in today. The things that were played on African people, man, makes you want to swing back at the world. When you really study your history and look at what the slave master and the things that he took our people through, this is why this Neanderthal today, I don't trust him. He the same thing 400 years ago. He just more sophisticated. This the same motherfucker. He just more technical. You feel me? He can take off his white sheet. You feel me? And come into the police department and correctional facilities. And that's where he could get his murder off on. He get his assaults off on. He can hide behind the color of the law to commit crimes. You feel me? And this is what they do in the penitentiary. I've been there. You can have a medical condition that's life-threatening. They will sit and taunt you and laugh at you until you die. For real. Rest in peace to my little dude, shooter, youngster from out of Dayton. I was in Lucasville, Ohio, and he was my little dude, man. And I had went to the hole for a fight. And he came back there and we was kicking it and shit, talking and shit. And then he got into some altercation. He got out the hole. I was still in there. And I had to stay in the hole until I went home. I got into a fight with somebody. So people coming back to the hole telling me shooter died. I thought they was playing and still like that's what happened. So come to find out, you know, convicts talk. What happened? Shooter had not a stroke, but a seizure. Seizure. What the fuck? A seizure. A seizure. Yeah, seizure. And he woke up out of it. Everything was good. But he told the officer, look, I just had a seizure and I think I'm gonna have another. Would you please call the nurse? You know what that officer told him? Fuck you. I'm not calling nobody for shit. I'm gonna sit back down there, eat my goddamn popcorn, listen to the radio. I'm not calling nobody to disturb nothing. Shooter died. He had another seizure, and people's beating on the cells, screaming and hollering. They came right on in there, took him out of there, and that was the end of that. I wish I could have got in contact with his mother somehow, man. Got in contact with some inmates, and you know, try to sue these people. You know what I'm saying? So listen. This is why Jussie Smollett is in jail and the charges was brought back up on him. I forgot to give y'all this information. You can look it up too. After they dropped the case against Smollett for falsifying he was assaulted, racial attack, They dropped that. But the police department filed a $130,000 lawsuit against Jussie Smollett. He didn't pay it. He didn't pay it. He ignored the lawsuit all the way up to jail time today. And I bet you any amount of money, if he would have went on and paid those people this restitution money that they're now hitting him with, they would never bought the case up. See, this is deep stuff. I think it was set up though from the beginning. Fam, this is Street Watcher TV. Leave comments below. Tell me what y'all think. Because I may be wrong, but ask yourself, would you do that for $35,000? Would you split? Keith said $35,000. Would you split $3,500 with your brother and y'all actors, upcoming actors, put your whole career on the line for that type of money? The money too small. The money is too small. Now, I might have did it for him. And if I'm an upcoming actor, if he did it for like $20,000, $30,000, oh yeah, we was gonna plan this shit all the way out to the T. I don't believe it. When I first heard it, yeah, I was duped to believe it. What's wrong with this fool? But after seeing him go through these outbursts, and then for him to give his emergency number out to the staff, and then someone is calling it, threatening him. I just can't believe it, fam. Y'all leave comments below. Let me know what's going on. Peace and love. Streets watching.